This is my custom tactics video for FIFA 19. So let's get right into it. So as you can see here, I start with a 4-2-3-1. So this is just to get chemistry on my players, so I'd actually play this in game. From kickoff straight away, I switch to defensive, which takes me into a 4-1-2-1-2 narrow. So yeah, this is like the diamond formation. So this is how it sets up in game. So I've got Pele, Hullert and everyone. And then, yeah. So the custom tactics for this, I haven't messed about with it too much. I've kept it on balanced. That's just because I've tried out a lot of the different ones and they don't really work for me. I'm quite a balanced player. I like to vary up my play, vary up my attack. But one thing I've done is I've upped my depth by 1. So that's going to make sure my defence is always aggressive. They're always trying to win it back straight away. So my defence push is really high. That's just the way I play. So I have that. If you like to play deeper, then maybe push it down a little bit. But yeah, it can be quite risky, but it's, you know, it's what I like to do, so that's what I do. Yeah, so for the instructions for the 4-1-2-1-2, I've got getting behind on both my strikers. This is just going to make sure they're always getting runs. They won't always just keep running behind. If you need them to feed, they'll still be there. But it just makes sure they make the right runs at the right time. The cam is on stay forward. That's just to make sure I've always got that trio up front, ready to get the counter attacks. So yeah. Okay, so for the CDM, he's going to be on stay back while attacking. That's just going to make sure I always have that compensation, so I don't get counter attacked. He's always going to be there, picking up the pieces, making tackles. So yeah, players like N'Golo, Kante, Vieira, Bakayoko, you know, whoever you've got there, just stick him there and he's going to make all the challenges with that on. Something you will notice as well, my 3 centre mids are on cover wing. So yeah, you don't really see this a lot, but it's in my team because my 2 fullbacks are on balance, so they're going to be playing as like wingers when I've got the ball. So yeah, when they go forward, I don't really want to be leaving gaps down the wing. Hullert, Vieira and Pele are all on cover wing, so they're going to fill in for the fullbacks. If they do bomb forward, they're going to be there covering, so no one can just catch me on the counter down the wing. Right, so on to the attacking. If I'm getting dominated in a game, you know, maybe I'm 1-0 down at half time, or I just don't feel like I'm having much of the ball, I'll switch to this. So I'll switch to a 4-3-3-4. That's the attacking version. The instructions of this on stay forward on all the 3 players at the top and get into the box for cross for the wingers as well. That's just going to make sure they're in the box on the other side when I'm going down the wing. It's going to help me create a lot of chances. The strikers on stay forward and getting behind. That's just going to make sure he's always making runs. So with this formation, you're going to have 4 players up the field all the time, even when you're defending, so you can catch players on the counter attack. You know, you're going to get plenty of chances to get back in the game. For the 2 centre mids, they're like your sitters, so they're going to be the defensive ones. For Vieira, he's obviously the more defensive out of Vieira and Hullert. So you might have a Kante and Pogba, you know, if you don't have as many coins as what I do. I imagine you might not do. So if you have Kante and Pogba there, you'll have Pogba on balanced. So he's going to be like going forward more, helping the attack when you have the ball. And Vieira, or Kante in your case if you have him, you're going to put him on stay back while attacking, so he's going to stay back. He doesn't really need to go forward because he doesn't have that good traits going forward, so yeah, he's just going to stay back, make sure I don't get countered or anything like that. He's going to make it all solid while Hullert goes forward. Notice again I have cover wing on them both. That's because my fullbacks will be on balance, so they'll be going forward again and helping that attack. It provides me with a bit more width and a bit more variety going forward, so yeah. Right, so ultra attacking, I'll go to this pretty much every game. If I'm losing in about the 75th minute, you'll see me go to this. If you see me play champs on my stream or anything like that, division rivals, I'll definitely switch to this 3-4-2-1 formation. So this is how it sets up in game. I might make subs at this point as well, so all the players on the screen might not be there. In terms of instructions for the 3-4-2-1, it's getting behind, aggressive interceptions and stay forward on all 3 of the forwards here. Getting behind, stay forward's pretty generic. That's what you have on your forwards anyway. Aggressive interceptions this time though, that's going to make sure your players are charging around the pitch, making interceptions, because at this point when you're losing, more than likely your opponent's going to be trying to keep the ball off you. So yeah, aggressive interception is going to help. Left mid and right mid on stay forward and get into the box for cross. Aggressive interceptions again. It's all explained, you know, they're going to be staying forward, so you've got 5 players up the pitch at all times. You're trying to get a goal back into the game, and that is going to help you do it. Yeah, so Vieira obviously the more defensive out of the 2, so I've got him stay back while attacking and stay on the edge of the box for cross. That's just going to make sure he's not going forward at all, he's going to stay there. And then Hullert, you know, he's going to be going forward a lot as well on get forward and get into the box for cross. Aggressive interceptions again. That's all the players on aggressive interceptions. They're just going to be charging around the pitch and everything, making those interceptions, getting the ball back and hopefully getting you chances. Both on cover wing there as well, because you're only playing 3 at the back. There's going to be quite a lot of gaps, especially when you go in this attacking. So yeah, for the centre backs, it's just normal interceptions. That's because aggressive interceptions, it's just going to be crazy. It's going to be so easy for them to get through you. Right, so on the ultra defensive, this is if you're winning in the last few minutes and you know your opponent's putting pressure on you. You don't really want to give the ball away. You don't want to lose the game, so you're just gonna sort of park the bus, if you like. With this, you switch to ultra defensive, and that's going to be a 5-4-1. So pretty much all of the players are back here. I'll probably make on some subs, maybe more defensive players. You know, maybe a Kante in there, bring him on. Share it up. All the defensive on stay back while attacking. That's going to make sure you have 5 players at the back at all times. There's going to be no gaps in behind. Come back on defence, left mid and right mid. That's going to make sure they're coming back as well. Supporting the defence. Making sure there's a solid back 5, and midfield 4. For the 2 centrals, both stay back while attacking. We don't want anyone going forward really, apart from the striker on this, because you know you don't really need to go forward. You're winning the game. You want to hold out. Cover centre on this time, because well, the 2 fullbacks are on stay back while attacking, so there's going to be no gaps down the wing, so you don't need them on cover wing now. Put them on cover centre. So for the striker, you need target man and come back on defence. So yeah, he's going to be helping out defend as well, but you might think you'd put on getting behind here for the strikers. That's what you do normally to make the runs, but target man, you need that outlet, so he's going to be up there holding it up. You can just smash it long to him and keep the ball. So for the tactics for the 5-4-1, it's a drop back. That's just going to make sure all your players are back. No spacing behind. It's going to be hard for them to break you down. Width again, slightly narrow, so less people can play through you. Depth minimum again, linking with a drop back. Possession and high width when you get the ball. So that's going to spread out your players, make sure you can keep the ball when you've got it, waste a bit of time, and hopefully get the win. Players in the box, obviously, at the minimum it can be. Corners, free kicks at the minimum it can be, so everyone's back defending. So that was my custom tactics for FIFA 19. If you enjoyed, leave a like and subscribe, because there'll be some more videos, FUT Champs rewards, FUT Champs gameplay. So yeah, peace.